What's up, everybody? This is the Windy City Bro Pen Round 3 Showdown Strategy Show. So far, we've had a pretty good start to the tournament. A little interesting start. A lot of different names up top. It doesn't feel like there's anybody that's going to run away with it. So we should have a pretty exciting finish on Sunday. I know the course is probably only going to get tougher, but tomorrow with the weather could present some maybe some scoring based on how it goes with the weather. But before we get into that, I just want to go ahead and take the time to remind you guys about the August 2nd for Fantasy's Sake golf charity event. Starts at 8 in the morning. Probably want to get there about 7:30 to register, or you can let DJ and I know beforehand if you guys got a team you want to get signed up. It's $320 a team. That's $80 a person. That also includes a cart. It includes vouchers for drinks and food. That's from Lifted Energy and Hungry Carnivore. So definitely would love to see you guys out there. All the proceeds go to charity. It's a very good cause. Love what the team's doing, and very excited to get into that with you guys. Can't wait to see you guys there. But all right, we will get into the round 3 showdown here. And so far, the tournament's been pretty interesting, right? So round 1, we had some weather, so it softened the conditions. This is like a fast course. It's very difficult. Uh, so you saw some scoring round 1 today. You saw it kind of firm up and get pretty tough for guys. A lot of high rounds out there. So, but tomorrow we've got rain in the morning, and it looks like there was rain around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and that's kind of when the guys are going to be teeing off. So there'll be some rain to soften things up, and it'll be just naturally softer in the morning anyways. But you'll also have rain in the afternoon, or it looked like it's going to rain around noon or 1 o'clock. So that's something to consider. Like guys in the afternoon where it should have been maybe more baked out and tougher to play on, with the rain in the afternoon, it's going to probably give them like a little bit of reprieve and a little bit of softness to maybe give them an advantage in the afternoon where it might have been a disadvantage playing in the afternoon. So picking your guys tomorrow for round 3 showdown, that's something you want to consider. It might not get as baked out in the afternoon as it would have normally, just because it's going to rain a little bit in the afternoon. So think about that when you're building your lineups for tomorrow. Uh, that's something I'm going to be looking at. You just really, you never know. Usually in the afternoon, typically guys are going to struggle more often, but with rain in the mix, like kind of makes me want to target more guys towards the top. Usually round 3 showdown, I'm probably playing more guys that are in like below the top 40, like probably usually like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 guys I play aren't even inside the top 40 on round 3 showdown. That's just because they go off in the morning. They have probably the best conditions of anybody that's going to play that day. And most of them are usually good bounce back candidates. Like there's some metrics that lean towards playing them, or I think they can get short game regression, or they're just playing well already that week and it just isn't kind of going for them. Like if I see a guy that has had, 5 misses from 4 to 8 feet, I'm looking at that guy the next day because I know he's been ball striking it well enough. He's given himself opportunities. He's just not converting them. So I'm going to take a chance on that guy because it looks like he's striking the ball well. And if he sees a couple of those putts drop, say he sees 3 out of those 5 putts drop, that's a pretty good amount of points in showdown. You're talking about let's see, you got like 1725 right there. That's a decent chunk of points. If you want your guys to have 50 plus points, you're a third of the way there with 3 birdies. So that's just kind of what I look for as far as guys going off on round 3. Just looking, really any showdown round, guys that can bounce back with the short game. There's a couple guys that I think stand out for tomorrow. Matt Fitzpatrick's one of them. He burnt me today. I was chasing the regression today. He didn't quite do it. So I will be looking at him as a guy that I like tomorrow. Alex Noren is another one that stood out to me. He lost almost 2.5 strokes around the green. I just can't foresee him doing that again tomorrow. So he's like a guy I'm looking at. Rory putted to a 0 and he's ball striking. And really, when you look at the top of the leaderboard, like there's no one up there that I don't think Rory can catch. No one up there is like a certified killer that they can really run away with it. Someone might, but I don't know. I think we are going to be set up for a pretty close finish on Sunday. That being said, I do think Rory will be somewhere towards the final groups come Sunday. In the last two groups, I think he's going to make another push tomorrow, and then come Sunday, anything can happen. Another thing to keep in mind for tomorrow is they've been going off in threesomes so far to start the tournament. They will be going off in pairs tomorrow. So that will mean obviously the tee times will be later. They're not going to be as scrunched up together. And I can't recall. I think they're all just going off on the front, but I'll have to double check. So keep that in mind. But with the weather being mixed the way it is, with the early rain and then the rain later in the day, maybe you want to strategize and get guys that go after that rain in the morning, and then maybe get guys that are going to be teeing off. I think they'll tee off before it rains in the afternoon. But if you want to get guys that are teeing off later towards the top, like it's okay. I feel better about playing guys like that than I normally would, because like I said, normally guys in the afternoon are going to get the most baked out conditions. And this course, when it gets baked out, gets even tougher than it already is. Uh, so with that rain, that could help those guys in the afternoon to maybe get one of those scores you need to have in your lineup if you want to make some money tomorrow in Showdown. But other guys that I'm kind of looking at, I was looking at Sahith Tagala. He was another guy that stood out to me as someone that could bounce back with the putter. Pretty sure he's a pretty good Pro Trivialis putter. So I liked him to bounce back a little bit too. There's definitely some guys to target for tomorrow. And you're seeing in this tournament so far, like, there's a lot of randoms up top. I mean, you got Fleetwood and JT, though. I don't know that you expect JT to be up there at this point. He's still, I don't know, I wouldn't say he's fully working his way back from injury, but he hasn't done anything too crazy, I feel like, yet this year. Um, he got a decent amount of ownership too, I feel like, this week. But I'm not calling him a lock up top. Tommy Fleetwood, I know he did everything he did last year, but like it could still get in his head. It's been a while since he's won. I mean, a while for a golfer, but Sung J M, I just can't see Sung J M being there at the end on Sunday. There's a lot of uncertainty up top, and someone like Rory, I think, is going to make a move. Don't count out Cam Young, who's really playing better than Cam Young, other than Fitz. I think Fitz is probably out of reach for this week, but he could still bounce back and have a solid finish to the week if he has two good rounds to close out. But it's wide open, and I think if there's, I know I don't do too much with betting on this, but if you can get good odds on like a Rory or say Cam Young, I mean, it might be worth looking into. There's some guys lurking around there. I mean, hell, I might even go up on my two guys I said I was playing this week, Akshay and Ricky Fowler. I might throw a little bit on them just because they're not that far out of it. I think it's only Akshay's 5 out and Ricky's 4 out. That's not a crazy amount, especially with the trouble that's lurking here at this course. Guys up top, it could be mad dash to the finish just because there's just nobody that's like a certified closer up there. So I don't know. To me, if you're going to get into the betting like for a winner this week, there's a decent chance to find a guy that's maybe in that top 12 that could still win. Uh, like I said, I'll probably throw a little bit on Akshay and Ricky just because I do think they can win. But this is kind of the opportunity, a tournament like this where it's difficult course, a lot of uncertainty up top. There's no, like, it's not like last week where Cam Young just blew the doors off the competition. This is going to be a close finish to the week, so you might be able to get some good odds on some guys in the top 12 that could pay out pretty decent. I mean, you could probably find maybe 20 or 30 to 1 guy that you like. It might maybe 15 to 1. Like, those are still pretty good odds live and with what's still left to play. But that's just some thoughts for tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday post tournament, breaking it down with you. Going to talk a little bit through my lineup I built this week, and hopefully some good results, maybe some cashing. The lineup looks solid so far. It's not in the cash, but got some good players in it. Got some guys that are kind of in that top 10 to top 20 range, and then a couple that are one guy that's just outside of the top 30. Just need some guys to make some moves over the weekend, and maybe there'll be some cashing opportunities. Uh, but yeah, we'll get back with you on Sunday, everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and let's see a good finish this weekend. Talk to you guys on Sunday. Thanks.